Hello and welcome again to another tutorial working with CSS. And in this brief tutorial, we will be talking about an ID property. So we have learned about 3 different ways that you can incorporate a property into an HTML tag: inline, embedded, or external. When we talk about embedded elements or when we talk about external elements, there is one additional way to incorporate properties. One way is to list the tags that you would like those properties to be inherited by. So the tags will inherit the properties. Any property that has in front of it the name of a tag, the tag will take that property. However, if a property is shared between multiple tags, or if you are creating a tag with so many properties, sometimes it makes a perfect sense to name that collection of properties. So this is called IDing this properties, or you're applying a specific name to a collection of properties. In order to accomplish that, let's say I'm applying green color to H2 and H4. And let's say I'm planning on using the green color anytime there's a heading of any size, H1 through H6, within my document. So what I would like to do is I would like to, instead of listing H2, H3, H4, H5, instead of listing all these tags, I would like to name this region heading. However, when I name regions, I need to put a £sign in front of the name. This basically sends out a message to the HTML interpreter that this is not a name of a tag, it's rather a user-defined name. So now, wherever I need to use this property heading, all I need to do is go inside the tag, introduce a property called ID, and write heading. And this time I can drop the pound symbol. So wherever I write the heading, ID equals heading, all those places will automatically inherit the heading color green. And now, just because I named it heading, that doesn't forces me to only give this property over to something that is heading-like. I introduce one more paragraph down here called fruits come in various colors, shapes, and sizes. I can also give the heading ID to this paragraph. So now I have 2 paragraphs. One is using inline style, color blue. The other one is actually taking up the properties from an ID called heading. So now I'm going to run this. And you're going to notice that the last paragraph is in green color because of the ID. And you're also going to notice, let me fix the first spelling, you're also going to notice that we have the same color green for the heading. We have the same color green for the other heading. So when you use this approach, that sort of kind of gives you some user-defined names. And a lot of the time, if you're used to programming, you know how much user-defined names make sense than system-defined names, because you can give a very detailed name. So that basically is another way to put together a bunch of HTML properties, give it a name, and then call it wherever you want to call it. And you can do the same in an external file. So let's say if I go out here in the external file, my fruits.css, and instead of calling it li, I would like to give it a name called list. Okay, so now I'm going to come out here in my HTML file, in my UL probably, okay, if I want to go in UL, otherwise I would have to write 4 times in each of my li, and I'll say ID equals to list. So those are the 2 places. Now after making that brief change, I'm going to come back to my page, I'm going to refresh. Now you'll notice that you're not going to see any difference. It's still going to do the exact same thing. However, to make this difference a little bit noticeable, I'm just going to revisit the list file, and instead of red color, I'm going to use gray. Okay, so just so that you can see the difference. Now I'm going to refresh this page, and voila, here you go. You can see the difference. The fruit colors are now appearing in gray color instead of red. So that's how you could use the ID properties. And that allows you to name things, and it makes it a little bit easier to remember. Well, hope you had fun watching this video. Catch you guys soon.